chose my Spanish software because I considered that it was time for us to move to technology, to use technology. And it is better because they can work at home. I can check it out at home also in my house or over here in the school. And it is more helpful for my students because they can see if they are doing the work right away. And when we were working in a book, we have to wait for them to come to class and we make the necessary corrections. And now that they are working in my Spanish software, they can see immediately where they are doing right or what they are doing wrong, and they are learning in the process. My students are very happy right now because they love it. And some of them say that they are working for 2 hours a day because they actually enjoy doing that, using my Spanish software. I like the interacting videos because they can see it in real life. It's not just that they gotta imagine or just think about it, but they have it over there, people speaking and people interacting, and it's the better way for them to be able to understand. The load is smaller now, and the work that students do is a lot more than they used to do also because they can work in the program, and the grade I have it right away. I can check if they are working, if they are doing the work, and I can call their parents to let them know that their daughter is not working, and I can see their grades also. I can do it also, everything at home when I am at home, and it's really fast to do it. And I think it is easier for me right now because I used to go over all the material that they do in the workbook, but now I don't have to do that, and I can focus on teaching instead of going over the material that we were taught. I don't have to change my style of teaching at all. It's just that I have more time for me to give instructions to my students now, since we don't have to go over the material anymore.
I think just like the beginning part, it was like really simple for me, and then like you just sort of get the hang of it after a while. And it isn't just like, oh, I have my Spanish software, but it's like, oh, like my Spanish software, like it's gonna help.
I do see myself working a bit harder on my homework here in Spanish software because it does tell you everything you get wrong, so it helps you really improve, and you know when to go back if you did something wrong. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna get it over with and finish it. It's you actually want to try and make everything like the best you can.
I think my Spanish software is really helpful because it like helps you through it. Like in a book, you just read it and you have to like teach it yourself, but here it like instructs you and it takes you like step by step.
I think if I had my Spanish software in my earlier levels of Spanish, it would have helped me a lot because it would have started me off at the beginning with not just practicing reading and writing, but also speaking. There are parts of the program that have you record your voice and be able to hear yourself when you're speaking, and that would have given me more confidence in speaking when I started so that I could be better at it now. My Spanish software has definitely pushed me to immerse myself in Spanish and to push myself out of my comfort zone of just reading Spanish. And it's the biggest part how it's pushed me is to speak Spanish out loud, because I don't do that normally. I usually I kind of stumble through it and then just write it down or revert to English. So this has pushed me to, I have to speak Spanish out loud, and I have to think about what I'm going to say. And it also guides you to use the words that they give, but it helps me to be more confident when I'm speaking Spanish. And it has the part where you can hear how to say it if you don't know how to say it, so I like that.
The situations on the videos help you understand how to communicate things more naturally. Like there's some that talk about weather, and it puts it in a more natural sounding way than if you just read it in a book.
Like we'll like sit like with each other, and sometimes we'll kind of like help each other out, but at the same time we see like what sections we're doing. We'll be like, oh, I just did that one, like I'm ahead of you, or it'll be like a little competition between us just to like have fun with it.
No, I would not like going back to a book. I would like to stay with my Spanish software. Spanish software is really easy to use, and like the best thing about it to me is that when you're using a book, you can think that you're right and you're actually wrong, but my Spanish software, it corrects you. So if you do something wrong, then it'll tell you what you did wrong, and you can fix that and learn from it for the future.
I see myself actually wanting to get my 100% on each grade, and knowing that I can do it and that it'll help me achieve that A. I think it's very easy and simple, and if you do need the help, there's always a button or you can call right away and they're always available.
Esta